Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate takes Premier Lacrosse League Week 6 Power Rankings. I, of course, am the brofict one, AJ. Thank you for joining me today on this July 6, 2022. Sorry this video is coming out a couple days late. We had some technical difficulties. My microphone decided to stop working, so here we are today. We're going to get these power rankings rolling because it was a hell of an exciting weekend of PLL action before the All-Star break this week. A lot of close games. I did not do well on my bets this week. I'm not going to lie to you, D-Gens. All right, it was not a good week for me. There is so much parity in this league. So many competitive teams, so many competitive teams who can really win at any given point. The power ranking this week is going to be a little interesting. I enjoy it. I think it is as fair and right where it should be. And does vary a little bit from the standings. Obviously, it's a power ranking, not a standings. So it is what it is there. Now, before we do get started, I want to go ahead and go through the scores from last week. Yeah, Archers and the Redwoods, 10-9. Archers coming out on top still. Lost the 1.5 there. And as you can see, all of these games were extremely close except for Chaos and Cannons, which was a 2-point game. But I mean, then you got the Atlas just dethroning the #1 ranked Chrome 14-13 in what was an epic classic. Hell of a game to watch. Chaos getting their first victory over the Cannons, 13-11. Kind of the shocker there. I really thought Lyle and the boys were going to get it done, but Chaos seemed to maybe have found their stride, which is awesome. And then, of course, the Whip Snakes and the Water Dogs. Water Dogs go over the Whip Snakes, shockingly, honestly. And so now we have no undefeated teams left in the PLL. We have got the All-Star break coming up, and then the next set of games are going to be in Fairfield, Connecticut after the All-Star break, in Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm excited. It's going to be a fun All-Star weekend. I don't really know if I'm going to do a podcast for the All-Star yet. I may try to live stream and cover it. We will see how that goes. But till then, let's get into what you're here for, and that is the power rankings. So here we go. Premier Lacrosse League Week 6 Power Rankings. Number 8, we're starting with the Cannons. Cannons obviously taking that loss this week against the Chaos. The Chaos just seemed a little bit crisper than the Cannons. I don't know what the solution is here for the Cannons. Like I have been saying on the top of my soapbox forever now, Lyle Thompson is not the answer. He may be one of the best lacrosse players to ever lace it up, but he is not it. You need another player. You need someone else there to help him out, or else the Cannons are going to be at number 8 for a long time. And that leads us to number 7, the Chaos, getting their first victory, showing some life. And that's why they're at number 7 and not number 8. They seem to just be a little bit better than the Cannons, and I can't complain there, Chaos. Going up to number 7, we'll see if they find their stride in the second half of this season and make a push towards the playoffs, but we will hold for reserve now. Number 6, we got the Redwoods. I mean, number 6, 5, and 4 honestly can be interchangeable. It is a little murky up here in the middle, but the Redwoods just not doing enough to get themselves out of the bottom 4. I'm excited for the Redwoods. It seems like they found that fire, that spark again, and if they can just get a couple lucky victories, I mean, they're right back in the hunt. Number 6 going into the All-Star break is the Redwoods. That leads us to number 5, the Water Dogs, with a huge win over our boys, the Whip Snakes, this week. And honestly, they look great. The Water Dogs looked very good. Calm, cool, collected, putting pressure on the Whip Snakes at all times. Really excited to see what this Water Dogs can do coming out of the All-Star break. But hey, we'll see what happens there. That leads us to number 4, the Whip Snakes, going down from number 2. I sat with this one for a while because I wanted to drop them out of the top 4 because they have been playing such questionable lacrosse since week 1. Only winning games by 1 or 2 points, just not the Whip Snakes, the dominant Whip Snakes we're used to seeing. And not the team that I think can win a championship. Yes, am I overreacting a little bit? It's only 1 loss. Maybe, but I don't think so. I mean, the Whip Snakes have been kind of playing this nonchalant lacrosse all season long because they are 2-time defending champs. They made it last year. So it could be that they're just getting a little soft, a little comfortable, and comfort is the worst thing you can get as an athlete. So let's see if the Whip Snakes can maybe tune it up again and start rattling off some more convincing wins. That leads us to number 3, the Archers, where the arrows keep flying. They have been one of my favorite teams to watch in lacrosse this season. Lots of shots on goal, a lot of goals being made, great defense. Their goalie is unbelievable. I just need to see a little bit more. That's why they're number 3 and not number 2 or 1, because they're there, but I just haven't seen them take that next step to that next level. And I hope to be able to see it soon, because they're a hell of a team to watch, and I really enjoy the team. Them boys. Leads us to number 2, the Chrome, taking a 1-bump hit. Now, I know what you're thinking, AJ, how is it that the Chrome dropped 1 spot and the Whipsnakes dropped 2? Well, that's because the Chrome is the superior team. Absolutely no ifs, ands, or buts. I still think Chrome is one of the best teams in lacrosse right now. After taking that loss, I could not leave them at number 1. But the Chrome, I still think, are my heavy favorite to win the whole thing and keep it moving. However, that is unless the Atlas have something to say about this. Now, the Atlas have been playing some of the most consistent lacrosse I have seen all season long. When you turn on an Atlas game, you know exactly what you're going to get. You're going to know exactly what's going on, and you know that they are going to come out, put the pedal to the metal, and not take their foot off the throat of their opponent. Now, with this league being so competitive and the parity being so high, I can see the Atlas continuing to move on, but kind of like the Archers, I need them to take that next step to be dominant, because we are seeing a very strong, very competitive lacrosse team in the number 1 Atlas. However, I need to see some more foots on throats. I need to see a 5-point blowout. I need to see something from the Atlas to really seal the deal. And that leads us to week 6. Please ignore the week 5. That is a typo. But number 1, you got the Atlas, the Chrome, Archers, and the Whipsnakes for the top 4. Water Dogs, Redwoods, Chaos, and the Cannons in the bottom. It's been a hell of a PLL season. Really stoked for the All-Star game this week. If you haven't voted already, please go over to PLL.com. Get your votes in before it closes. The All-Star game will be this Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific on ESPN. So 4 o'clock Eastern, I believe, or 5 o'clock Eastern. I'm bad with these time changes. But regardless, it'll be on ESPN. I will try to be live for most of that day to give my analysis on the All-Star game and what's going on. Hopefully we can rip off some bets. If we can do some bets, I will look into getting a betting episode out, but we're not sure. And of course, if you want more lacrosse content and all the betting content, please like, share, and subscribe down below so you don't miss any of the degeneracy. This Friday will be our 1-year anniversary show. It's going to be exciting, and we're going to get some guests on. We're going to have some of our boys on. It's going to be a good time. With that being said, please follow the show on Twitter at DGenTakes, myself at Brofict1. And yeah, tune into lacrosse. It's been a hell of a season. We got the rest of the summer to enjoy it. It goes in a little bit to football, but hey, that's perfect. Get some lacrosse and football action all in one weekend. Those parlays are going to be nasty. With that being said, I've been the Brofict1 AJ, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.